Cool, this is Pal Walker Mission Winners making a training coaching video for everybody. There's a great quote. I love this quote. I credit Dave Landry for it. I'll believe in what I see and not in what I believe. And a lot of people have preconceived notions that, there's nothing going on. I'm not going to look at any charts. We're coming into the summer, the heck with it. The lazy, hazy days of summer, there ain't nothing going to happen. Okay, that's bias. It's forecasting that nothing's going to happen. We don't know the future. Nobody knows the future. So we run it like a business. What do? We're always prepared and we're always scanning. Now, if we're in a severe downtrend, naturally, you lay low. But we're not. This is the spiders. Even right here, you can say, oh boy, this is the end of the world. Well, the 50-day's still kind of trending up. You got to wait and see what happens, and it starts to bounce back. Here's QQQ. NASDAQ 100. What's it doing, folks? It's trending up. So what does that tell us? Oh, it's summertime, things are bad, earnings are crummy. Ain't nothing going to happen. Okay, there you go. That's bias. That's an opinion. Let the market tell you what to do. If you keep an open mind, you will be more receptive to opportunities. So here we go. I'm going to show you some charts that we own. Okay, all these stocks, every stock I'm going to show you was on the key list. Every one of them. Okay, and I could document it. And we own it. VIPs own them. Some own some own others. First stock on the list, Callon Petroleum. This list is sorted by industry group rank first. Here's a foundation for you. If you want to improve your investing results, strive to stick with stocks that are in the top 20 or 30 groups. You say, I might miss something. Well, statistically, you'll do better focusing on stocks in leading groups. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. The other group that I always concentrate on every day is the max list. So we're going to go through these. Here's CPE. This is Callon Petroleum. A+ rated group, was in a leading group when it was on the key list. Composite rating is 99. Because, well, Pat, what's it got going for it? Group rank A+, SMRA, accumulation distribution A-, composite rating 99. Estimates, they're looking for a 170% increase in earnings this year and a 45% increase in earnings next year. Relative strength was leading the stock into new high ground. Look at this clean and simple base. And I'm going to do something for you that'll really help you. Train your eyes. What's it doing here, folks? It's just going sideways. You can say, I guess if it takes that white line on good volume, it'd be a good buy. It does this. And that's a good move, folks. From, we'll say 42 to 59 in 3 weeks? That's a good start. So there you go. Locks bought more, locks them in. We're in great shape. No matter what happens, we're going to make really good money. This whole move, I never looked at a 5 or a 10-minute chart. There it is. And again, composite rating 99. It was in the upper 90s when we bought it. Here's the next stock on the list for you, right here. MGY, Magnolia Oil and Gas Corporation. Great group, A+ rated group, was in a top 20 groups for when we bought it. I've got it written down. Put it on the chart. Earnings were up. See this? Earnings up 200%. Okay? Revenues were down 35%, but earnings were up 200%. You only need one or another as far as the constraints are concerned. Either great earnings and or great sales. Last quarter, okay, the quarter before we bought it, earnings were up in the midst of this base, earnings up 445% before we bought it. A+ rated group was in the top 10 groups when we bought it. Look at the lift through here. Look at the volume pickup. Clean and simple base. Right here, you can say, well, so it goes from, 12.5 to 16, that's not that much. I'll take that gain. That's good money. Are we still in it? Yeah, definitely. Estimates, they're looking for a 900% plus increase in earnings this year over last year. That's how you build a case. Here's the next stock on the list, LPI. And again, every one of these is owned. Right here, every one of these was on the key list. Look at this long base. You'd see that in a textbook. Going, well, it kind of looks like a company handle to me. Gosh, I guess if it takes out the tops, it'd be pretty good. If it does it on volume, oh, gee whiz, I guess other people saw what we saw. There you go. And what's it do? Entries. entries. First buy right in here. We'll call it 44 bucks. 44 up, touched 88. Let me see, without a calculator, I call that a double. There you go. And yeah, we bought more. We locked some in, but we did buy more going up here. And stress, composite rating 96. Group rank, A+. It was in the top 10 groups when we bought it. And that's a good move. In fact, that's a great move. Relative strength was leading the stock in the new high ground when we bought it. Relative strength was over 95 when we bought it. There you go. You're building the case. Still own it? Yeah. Why sell it? Building the case. Next stock on the list. Revolve Group. Great group. A+ rated group. Strong group when we bought it. Now, this was just a recent buy right here. Look at the volume pickup through those tops. Look at this. On this bar, the stock did 857,000 shares. This bar, almost 4.2 million shares. Clean and simple base. Let it work. Earnings per share when we bought it. Earnings per share rank 98. Composite rating 99 when we bought it. Relative strength in the upper 90s when we bought it. Oh, yeah, I thought I'd tell you this too. Earnings were up 400% when we bought it. Are we still in it? Yeah. There you go. But note the base. Combine solid fundamentals with solid technicals, and you will have an edge. This is what we teach in Mission Winners. Folks, I had to do this. I was a sole supporter of a family of 6, all right? 4 kids in private Christian schools. I had to make it happen, all right? And I'm thankful. I will just tell you that. I'm thankful. So here's the next stock on the list. This is a recent buy. Upwork. Look at that volume pickup. Folks, check this out. What's that look like to you? It's just clean flat tops, or you could call it a cup and a handle. Just clean and simple base that everybody can see. Volume starts to pick up on this bar. Okay? And what's it do? That's a good start. This week, that's a good start. Oh, just to let you know, when we bought it this week, earnings up 200%, revenues up 37%. It's got an earnings per share rank of 69, but it's in the top 10 groups. And here's something else nice. B- accumulation distribution. Composite rating 96 when we bought it. Look at this. This is huge. We're in good shape. We'll watch it, and we'll see what happens. It's a good start. Next one on the list. Snap. This is from this week. Snap, crackle, pop. Look at that base going across here. Look at the volume pickup. Just a clean and simple base. I'll slide it over so you can see it. You say, gosh, it kind of looks like a head and shoulder bottom, or it looks like a cup and a handle, Pat. I agree with you. Group rank A. Composite rating 97. Accumulation distribution A-. Last quarter's earnings up 113%. Last quarter sales up 66. That's how you build a case. And here it goes. It's a good start. Now, is it going to continue? I don't know. I'm not sure. But it is a good start on heavy volume. We'll ride it and we'll see what it does. Next stock on the list, Twitter. Twitter is you know what it is. It's a maxlist stock. I love these stocks. Base right here, clean and simple. Volume was just okay, but again, clean base right here, lifting off. Group rank A, accumulation distribution A-. Composite rating 90. Last quarter's earnings up 45%. It makes the cut. And remember this, it's a maxlist stock. It is a maxlist stock. There you go. And entry right here. And it's working. It's a good start. How about this one? Indava. Look at this little shelf right here. Isn't that nice? Here we go. Look at that. Just a nice flat base. I constantly mess up my monitor when I draw this with crayons on my monitor. It's causing a problem. Just kidding. But you can see it. Look at the volume pickup. On this bar, the stock did 72,000 shares. On this bar, 197,000. That's huge. Not quite triple, but one whale of a good start. And it's just slowly grinding up for us. Where's it going to stop? I don't know. We're in great shape. We're in great shape. Earnings last quarter up 62%. Earnings per share rank 90. Group rank A-. SMR A. Accumulation distribution A. Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you. Composite rating 99. It was 98 or 99 when we bought it. There we go. See how you're connecting the dots on what to look for. Here's the next one for you. QFIN, 360 Digitech. Look at this nice base. Isn't that great? I'll slide it over so you can train your eyes and mind. Clean and simple. And what's it doing? It's doing this. 31 to 42. That ain't bad. That's not bad. Do we have to freak out with it? Why? It's fine. There you go. Next stock on the list. Cutera. It's a cut above the others. I had to say it. Dad humor. Look at that. That's a cup and a handle right there, folks. Look at this lift through here. Look at the volume pickup. Check that out. The previous bar, the stock did 98,000 shares. 417,000. It did 4 times as much. Focus on that. Nvidia. Nvidia is what, folks? Probably everybody that's listening knows this. It's a max list stock. Great group. Earnings per share at 97. Composite rating 99. Accumulation distribution A-. Last quarter's earnings up 103%. Last quarter sales up 84%. Folks, all those numbers were out before we bought it. Gapped up on heavy volume. And I told the team, if it takes this out here over around 611, we'll buy some. And it did it on heavy volume. And it did this. And then I told them, I said, and I did. You can ask them. What was it forming here? I said, gosh, I drew that line. On this day, I said, give it another day. If it could form a handle, it'd be great. Oh, this is great. Fell on increasing volume, but it's still okay. The handle is still intact. We bought down lower. We're in good shape. If it takes out that handle on good volume, we'll buy more. Oh, gee whiz, it did. Look at that. Right here, not up here, up here. We buy more. We buy more. Right here, settles just a bit, and then it lifts off again, and we buy more. There you go. Cup and a handle, lifting. And what's it do? It runs like a banshee. What do? We sold some of the strength. We're in great shape. Here's Amazon. Amazon is what? Yeah, you got it. It's a max list stock. Look at this shelf right here. Lifting off the 50-day volume pickup, picking it up right there. That's what we did, running it. Here's Microsoft. Microsoft's not on the max list, but it could be. It's a franchise. Look at this lift right there. There we go. And it's slowly grinding. More chopping around here. We'll watch it and see what happens. Crowdstrike. I love that name, Crowdstrike. Check this out. Look at that push through here. What were their earnings before we bought it? Oh, they were up 400%. Revenue's up 70%. Composite rating 91. Look at this. Relative strength was strong when we bought it. Look at the volume pickup on that bar, folks. On the previous bar, the stock did 3.5, I'll call it 3.4 million. 7.8 million, more than double. And it's a good start. That's a nice move. That's what we did. We'll see what happens. Zscaler. How about that? There's a name for you. Right through here. Watch this. And I showed this to all the VIPs. I said, look at this base. It's kind of like a cup and a handle. Man, if it pushes through that white line with volume, that might be good to buy. We'll watch it and see. Everything about it's clean and simple. Boom. Look at the volume pickup. They voted. On this bar, the stock did 1.6 million shares. Almost 3.6. Almost 2 million more shares than the previous bars. They voted. And they voted. And they voted. Then they sold some. And they voted. That's a good start. Lock some in great shape. We'll see what happens. DocuSign. Entries, lifting through here. It's a good start, 30 points. We'll see what happens for those first years. We'll see what happens. I locked some in because it got squirrely. We're in fine shape. Folks, no matter what happens, we're going to make good money. Shopify. Kind of like that name. Wasn't there was a skit on Saturday Night Live that used to talk about something. Shopify. Anyway, never mind. Going sideways right here. That was a long time ago. Pushing through here. Everything's beautiful. PayPal. It's working. It's grinding. Okay. Entry here. First entry here. More here. Look at that. Look at that volume, folks, when it pushed through that yellow line. Taking out these old highs here. That's sweet potato pie. Zim. This is nice. Our first buy was right there. Right there. What did it have going for it? I will tell you. before we bought it, and this was a keyless stock, and VIPs own it. They own it up here. They've ridden this animal. Earnings were up 999% before we bought it. That's not 99. That's 999. Had a super high composite rating. Relative strength was leading the stock into new high ground. Buys here, locks some into strength, and then what's it do? It starts to lift again. Don't have opinions on the market. Let the market action guide you. If stocks are leading and stocks are moving and not failing, get in line with it. Don't argue with it.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.